Good morning. It's exactly 5 a.m. and I've been working and finishing off work as I do, and some nights get into mornings really. So now I'm out and just having a walk, and I'm also going to make a video which will be kind of eclectic but coherent still. And I guess I will have to just talk and warm up a bit, as it's kind of early or late, I don't know, doesn't matter. So anyway, I've been working, and I'm out catching the morning air, and I'm gonna go and wash the car and clean it, because I have some shorter road trip plans for the near future sounds so distance, for the week to come basically. And when I work at night, when rendering is going on, I get some free time where I can, read upon stuff or do various things. And as always, when you work with something, you might have background music. And so during rendering times, I might get into various topics. I mean, really, from anything. And I'm a music lover. I always enjoy music, everything from folk music from various countries to rock, electronic music, meditative sounds, and everything basically. And I like to play music too, and explore sounds and all that. So of course I'm interested in that. And a side effect has been that I'm pretty good at musical history, not everything, but pretty much, due to a lack of using the time for better causes when I was younger, I guess. But anyway, so this night I was listening to just looking into the artist M83, who did the soundtrack for the film Oblivion, which, if you don't know, I'll leave a link to it below. It's not the Matrix kind of movie, but sort of. It's a very beautiful daylight sci-fi movie, really, because sci-fi is often in the dark and so on. It's a daytime sci-fi movie, really interesting. It has a great soundtrack, and one of the artists who sings the main song is Susanne Sundfør. Yeah. Anyway, and she also did a popular thing with the Tromsø duo, Røyksopp, the smoke mushroom band. Anyway, so she did the soundtrack for that film. And of course, when you dive a bit deeper, you realize, there's much more great music from that artist. And it's interesting to sort of see early and late work and so on. And I like her. She has a fantastic voice, and I don't know so much about her. And I also found a cool cover of that main song by core group, which did all the effects with their voice, kind of really beautiful, like young adults doing a cover version with the guys beatboxing, doing the bass, everything. It's really wonderful. I also leave a link to it below. And I'm building up this topic a bit, and I don't want to have a hang out any artist. I know there are many artists who are not aware of maybe an agenda behind their musical videos, their album cover shots. Maybe even the photographers are not aware of that, and maybe it's not something that has an agenda. Maybe it's something that is sort of kind of promoted synchronistically to be expressed in the subconscious of people. But in one of her videos from 2015, Acceleration, forgot the title maybe, I'll leave a link to that below. And as I'm recording this, I'm thinking like, should I put in the samples from that video just to illustrate? But anyway, that video is in black and white, and I'm not so much into this modern artist, but I know that there are many female artists who have began like in a more innocent sort of creative way, but their whole style turns to be some kind of a black and white, red, sort of satanic, demonic, very, you know, ritualistic, sexual themed videos and songs and all that. One not so extreme example is perhaps Bad for Lashes. She in 2009 was a very sort of colorful psychedelic artist. That was her appearance. Beautiful background. And in her third or fourth album, she became, I mean, the style became more, once again, like very sinister, black and white, very sort of, yeah, it just lost some of that sort of psychedelic touch to it. So that's something that happens, and especially to female artists. Now, this video I'm mentioning, it's basically a violent rape video. It's about, you know, you can say it's artistically, but it's not. It's about a rape, a physical abuse, and where the man kills the woman in the end. And it's also flashing and fast framed, but it's still visible. If you slow it down, you see very sort of, it's not suggestive, it's explicit. And I'm not a moralizing person. I mean, you know, I can't control what other people do, but this is where it becomes interesting. So she's also been used by this sort of agenda of creating like a sinister, mean vibe for the young crowds and music fans out there who perhaps don't know any other music. Who you know, for them, like a cool song from past year is amazing because they don't know what happened in the 70s or 80s. And when you look at the comment section in this video, you see comments like amazing, you know, this is awesome, or this is like expressing something deeper, or this is a true performance. And even she herself praises her choreographer. I mean, maybe for her dance, but in general the video is sick. And there are only few comments in that comment section, maybe they were deleted, who actually say something like, I love, you know, her singing her songs, but this video is a brutal how do you say, a fatal rape, basically, and it should be called for what it is, you know. A lake is a lake, a spade is a spade, but few people seem to notice that. And I just, you know, ripped the video and took it in slow motion just to see the frame working, because I do work with media production, and I know that subliminal messages are there for a purpose. Now, in a world where we are losing virtue and appreciation of beauty, you know, I mean, just because there's a naked body doesn't have to be something violent. But why is it always that in these videos, when you have nudity, or, you know, almost somebody nude, it's always something like sinister, extremely over-sexualized, violent and all that? You know, we lack that kind of sort of psychedelic relationship to our body where it's sort of mythical, beautiful, and so on. So I'm in no way like, you know, saying put your clothes on, but there is a good way and a bad way of doing this. And it's funny, like one comment said sublime, and, you know, yeah, sublime. I don't know if that person knows in what way, but when you have these vast amounts of people who are only exposed to these artists and these kind of music videos, it feeds their subliminal. that's what they will carry on with themselves. And also all the TV series, they're full of violence and explicit scenes. And basically every TV series is the same. It's just like another time. It's maybe the past or the future, but they are always sort of in the dark, in a sinister mode. And I think that is a sort of a subtle programming for the future generations who have parents who are perhaps cucked and do not stand for strong virtue, or who can't sort of put forth a good value system to live on. And even if many people do that, there are still a large amounts of people who actually won't succeed with that. And this is where the sinister music industry and their video productions and the film industry, that's where they get in. And that's why I said, like, maybe the artist doesn't know how their creativity is being used. Maybe even the cameraman doesn't know, but somebody knows, or somebody is copying somebody else's style. Who knows? Who is into this and knows, like, why do we need to cut frames of really explicit scenes? Why is that? What's the point with that? It serves no purpose besides being something in this wave of deranging the minds of our youth. And so that was some thoughts on this, and this is a common theme among many modern pop artists and all that, especially women. I'm not a big follower of the scene, but I've seen video analysis from years ago, and it's nothing new. But I think I just wanted to make a comment on that because I was surprised. I was really looking into Susanne Sundfør as an artist and discovered this video, and even on that comment section on the channel Pitchfork, where the videos premiered or published, she praises the video as something special, and other people do that too, and nobody calls it for what it is. It's a violent thing. It's a rape and murder, and that is something dangerous, because that's the thing that these sort of sinister forces are trying to cut off from us. It's when I see something and I know it's bad, or it's something is wrong, we are naturally inclined to react, comment, say something. We don't have to get all wise and witty about it, but some reaction is due. But when the youth is being cut off from this, with all this media being over violently sexually active and destructive, that causes for, I think, reactions in real life, like sympathy, empathy for people around you, for basically the future value system, and so on. So I will not continue. I guess you understand my point, and if people don't understand this, just watch these videos. Now, back to the start. I'm going to clean the car. We're going to do some traveling. The weather is turning out to be sort of fine. It's been a bad summer here. The weather has been bad, even by Swedish standards. But that doesn't stop us. And I'm just taking time to record this video. My time is limited. I don't like to use the word busy, because you always choose what you want to do, and in the future maybe I want to make more planned or scheduled videos, or something more cut together in a better way. But for now, this will have to do, because I feel like I don't want to have a channel where I just comment on stuff all the time. And I think it's more important to mention the principles, the general direction of things, instead of like getting stuck of every branch on the tree, right? You go to the roots. But then when you're wise enough, you realize the roots doesn't matter, it's the sun. You know, you always head for the light source. Always focus on the light, the good, the honest, and the virtue. That which encapsulates virtue and goodness. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching. Take care and all the best. Ciao.